redirected Navy ships to go toward the Korean Peninsula. What are we doing right now in terms of North Korea?
You never know, do you? You never know.
That's all you're going to say.
You know, I don't talk about the military. Yeah. I'm not like Obama, where they talk about in 4 months we're going to hit Mosul. And in the meantime, they get ready, and like you never saw. Look, they're still fighting. Mosul was supposed to last for a week, and now they've been fighting it for many months, and so many more people died. I don't want to talk about it. We are sending an armada, very powerful. We have submarines, very powerful, far more powerful than the aircraft carrier, that I can tell you. And we have the best military people on earth. And I will say this, he is doing the wrong thing. He's making a big mistake.
Do you think he's mentally fit?
I don't know. I don't know him, but he's doing the wrong thing. I had a very, very good meeting with President Xi of China. Really liked him. We had a great chemistry, I think. I mean, at least I had a great chemistry. Maybe he didn't like me, but I think he liked me. We were going to have a 10 or 15-minute sit-down. It lasted for 3 hours. Then the next day it was another schedule, because everything's very orderly with the Chinese, frankly. And we had meetings scheduled. Well, the 15 minutes on the first day lasted for 3 hours. The 15 minutes on the second day lasted for 2 hours, just one-on-one, the two of us with interpreters. And, I mean, we understand each other. I think he's, you know, a person that I got along with really well. We had a good chemistry.
Did he give you any suggestion that he would help with North Korea? Did you get into trade and currency?
First thing I brought up was North Korea. He said, you got to help us with North Korea, because we can't allow it, and it's no good for you. And you have a tremendous power because of trade. Now, he then explains thousands of years of history with Korea. Not that easy. In other words, not as simple as people would think. They've had tremendous conflict with Korea over the years. Now, his father was in China 4 times. He was never in China. So I said, look, you have a tremendous power because of trading through the border. They don't get food. They don't get, you know, they can't sell their coal. In fact, I hear today 2 massive coal ships from North Korea were sent back to North Korea, heading to China. They were sent back, which is a very good sign. But I think China can help us. I hope China can help us. We talked about trade, and I can tell you China will do much better on trade if they help us with North Korea.
And you think he knows that?
I think he knows that. I told him that, yeah.
When you were with the president of China, you're launching these military strikes. Was that planned? How did that come about, that it's happening right then? Because right there you're saying, a reminder, here's who the superpower in the world is.
You have no idea how many people want to hear the answer to this. I have watched speculation for 3 days now on what that was like.
When did you tell us?
But I'll tell you.
Before dessert?
But I will tell you. Only because you've treated me so good for so long, I have to tell you, right? I was sitting at the table. We had finished dinner. We're now having dessert. And we had the most beautiful piece of chocolate cake that you've ever seen. And President Xi was enjoying it. And I was given the message from the generals that the ships are locked and loaded. What do you do? And we made a determination to do it. So the missiles were on the way. And I said, Mr. President, let me explain something to you. This is during dessert. We've just fired 59 missiles, all of which hit, by the way, unbelievable, from, you know, hundreds of miles away, all of which hit. Amazing.
Unmanned. Brilliant.
It's so incredible. It's brilliant. It's genius. Our technology, our equipment is better than anybody by a factor of 5. I mean, what we have in terms of technology, nobody can even come close to competing. Now, we're going to start getting it because, you know, the military has been cut back and depleted so badly by the past administration and by the war in Iraq, which was another disaster. So what happens is, I said, we've just launched 59 missiles heading to Iraq.
Well, you headed to Syria?
Yes, heading toward Syria. And I want you to know that. Because I didn't want them to go home. We're almost finished. It was a full day in Palm Beach. We're almost finished. And what does he do? Finish his dessert and go home. And then they say, you know, the guy you just had dinner with just attacked the country.
How did he react?
So he paused for 10 seconds. And then he asked the interpreter to please say it again. I didn't think that was a good sign. And he said to me, anybody that uses gases, you could almost say, or anything else, but anybody that was so brutal and uses gases to do that to young children and babies, it's okay.
He agreed.
He was okay with it. He was okay. But we got along. There was a great feeling, I think, between both of us. Now, we have two very different countries, two very different peoples, but I think he understood the message, and I understood what he was saying to me.
Meanwhile, Fox News is reporting this morning that Chinese President Xi Jinping told President Trump last night in a phone call that Beijing is willing to work with Washington on ending North Korea's nuclear weapons program.